Just then, I wasn't playing a specific song. I wasn't reading sheet music. I was simply taking one idea and developing it. One of the biggest frustrations I hear from beginner pianists is, I can only play one song. I don't know what to play next. And if that's you, I don't think the problem is necessarily in your ability. I think it's more the way you've been learning. So in this video, I want to show you how to stop running out of things to play. Most self-taught beginners learn piano like this. They learn a first song, then they learn a second song, then a third song. Every new piece starts from scratch. Now, there's nothing wrong with learning songs and pieces. We all enjoy playing music we recognise. But if songs are the only thing you're learning, you're never really building the skills needed to become a well-rounded musician and even create your own music. It's a little bit like learning to speak, memorising entire conversations. You might remember a few, but as soon as someone says something unexpected, you're stuck. Music works in much the same way. When you watch an experienced pianist sit down and play for 10 or 15 minutes, it can seem like they're constantly coming up with brand new ideas, but most of the time they're not. They're playing around with the same musical building blocks in different ways. Chords, patterns, rhythms, dynamics, and improvisation within certain frameworks. Those 5 things can be combined in hundreds of different ways. Let me show you. Let's take the chords E minor, C major, G major, and D major. So there I was playing the progression using simple block chords, but listen to how it sounds if I break up the chords and apply a pattern to them. Suddenly, the chords have changed to a beautiful flowing sound. Or how about playing using a more chordal rhythmic approach? Again, the vibe has completely changed, but I'm still playing using the same chord progression. I was using some chord inversions rather than playing them all in root position to make the transition smoother. And I was using some interesting rhythms as well as throwing in a suspended chord at the end, which was a normal D chord is this. I was using a suspended fourth, which is when you go up to the 1, 2, 3, 4 of the chord in the middle, and then you can resolve it. I could also try slowing it down and add in some fills. It sounds cool, doesn't it? And again, the chords haven't changed, only the way I'm playing them. This is the shift that completely changed the way I thought about piano. Instead of asking, what song should I learn next? Start asking, what chords is this song using? And how can I expand and build on that foundation? Start thinking, what else can I do with these chords? Can I change the rhythm? Can I change the pattern? Can I move it up an octave? Or can I add fills? Can I improvise a melody? Can I make it softer, or can I make it more dramatic? Suddenly, one chord progression becomes dozens of musical ideas. And if you're thinking, well, I've learnt pieces that don't use chords, well, most music is based around chords. Even something like Fiorelisa is built on a foundation of chords. For example, so that start bit is based around the A minor chord, and then the E major chord. Then it goes back to the A minor chord. So you could play around with that. I've found that the pianists who never run out of things to play aren't necessarily the ones who know the most songs, They're the ones who have the biggest collection of musical tools. Every new pattern, every new rhythm, every new accompaniment idea, every little improvisation technique gives them another way of expressing themselves. So here's something I'd love for you to try this week. Instead of learning another song, take a chord progression you already know and spend 10 minutes seeing how many different ways you can play it. One of the first things you can do is learn the chord inversions for the chords in the progression. This will give you different ways to play the same chords and will unlock the progression for you. For example, the chord progression I played before, played with basic triad chords in root position, is this. But if I play it using inversions, and if you don't know, just super quick, an inversion is when you rearrange the order of the notes in a chord. So this would be E minor in root position. If I take that lowest note, the E, and go up one octave to the right, keeping the other two notes the same, that would be an E minor first inversion. If I do that again, take the lowest note, which is now a G, go up an octave to the right, keep the other two notes the same, that would be an E minor second inversion. If I do it one more time, take the lowest key, which is the B, up one octave to the right, it's the E minor in root position again, but one octave higher. So if you get familiar with whichever chords are in your progression, just learn the inversions of those however many chords, 3 or 4 or whatever it is. You're adding those inversions to your toolkit, and then you can play a lot more fluently. You can also try applying different patterns. For example, a super simple one is to just take the chords in both hands in root position. For example, the E minor chord. And if you play that in your left hand as well, and then break it up, played from the bottom to the top, like this. And then come back down again, repeating the top note. Like this. And if I apply that pattern to the progression from before, there are so many different patterns you can use, and if you want some more ideas, I've done loads of videos on patterns, so I'll leave some links in the description for you if you want to have a look at those. You can try learning and using some different rhythms, and again I've done plenty of videos on this, and you can try also adding some runs and fills. I'll leave links for those in the description as well. It's also really useful to learn the arpeggios for the chords in your progression, as this will give you the ability to play smooth flowing piano. For example, using that same progression from before, so I'm just rolling up and down the chords. And now I'll go up and down 2 octaves. You could maybe even make up a simple melody over the top. For example, so that chord progression was in E minor. So there I was just playing around with notes from the E natural minor scale. So whichever chord progression you are playing in, find that scale, learn it, and then use notes from it to make up melodies. If you start approaching your playing in this way, you'll probably surprise yourself with how much music you can create from just a few chords. This way of thinking has completely transformed the way I teach beginners. Rather than simply showing them what to play, I want to help them to understand what they're playing, and in turn create their own music using chords, patterns, and improvisation. I've actually been working on something around this idea for quite a while now, and I'm really excited to share it with you very soon. So if that sounds like something you'd enjoy, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Until then, don't forget to check out all the courses and other learning resources inside my membership. Everything's been designed to help you to learn piano using simple step-by-step methods. There's also links in the description that will help you to learn many of the concepts I mentioned in this video. Enjoy.